Sep invaded Poland. History is about to unfold, and we are as yet unaware of its massive consequences. We are aboard of U48, of which I am the Kapitein Lieutenant, Commander-in-Chief, and we are heading out on our first patrol into the Northern Sea. As of yet, none of the other nations have been declared hostile, so we have nothing yet to fear, and this would be a great time to introduce you to my crew aboard this Type 7C U-boat. So myself, I am Wolf Horst, Kapitein Lieutenant. My second in command is Hoffman. My two engineers are Weber and Noot. And then my radio man is Schuster. Now, if this is your first time watching U-boat gameplay, well, you will be pleasantly surprised that the ocean animations are absolutely gorgeous. And the rest of the game is okay. It just got out of early access, so it is relatively polished. I'm running some mods. I'm not going to bore you with exactly what, but as you can see, you can get a cross-section view of the actual U-boat. You can go first person if you wanted to, and obviously there is a strategic and tactical map. Now we're just heading out of Wilhelmshaven, and we are heading towards this grid which we have been assigned to patrol. And as I said before, we do not have any hostiles at this moment. Nobody has been declared hostile, so we have nothing to fear and nothing to shoot. So let's get to the patrol area, and I'll keep you guys posted. We're mid-morning of the 2nd of September. We just received an urgent message from BDU. Hostile action on the part of the Polish allies England and France are not to be expected. Hostile actions against them are prohibited until further notice. FDU confirm. We have just reached our patrol area and we've received a new objective. We need to travel 2,000 kilometers within this grid. So let's just draw out a little bit of a patrol here. Just gonna make a rough one, just expecting it to change anyway at some point. And then we're going to have our radio man here. We're gonna wake up Schuster. Schuster, you can go to the radio room. And we're going to ask you to report to BDU that we have reached the patrol sector. There we go, sending message. September 3rd, 1 PM in the afternoon, we have just received a message from BDU. Let's wake up Schuster once again, get him onto the radio. Let's see what they have to say. This is bound to be interesting. Where are you, Schuster? Come on. Curious to hear what this is going to be. What is the message? Work is being done in the radio room. He's decoding the message. And there we go. Hostilities with the United Kingdom. To all submarines. English ships are to be considered hostile with immediate effect. At present, all first wave submarines are instructed to attack freighters in accordance with the terms of the prize rules. As long as the prize rules are in force, cargo ships flying the English flag may be attacked without warning. Confirm. It's very interesting. And now that we have Schuster at the station, well, let's just go down to 50 meters and let's use the hydrophone. We're gonna dive down, we're gonna use the hydrophone, and we're gonna see if we can find some contacts. A little bit of time compression. Oh, there we go, very nice. So I really like this new feature here. So if you hit just dive, it's just gonna automatically go down to 50 meters, shut down all unnecessary things, listen for 5 minutes, and then it's gonna pop back up and turn on the compressors. Well, the intercept course that we've just now calculated here means that the propellers are moving away from us. Well, anyway, we're gonna go in hot pursuit. Once we're done listening, it's the only contact that we have. The boat is surfacing again, and then once this is done, we're gonna go in hot pursuit of this single propeller tiny group. Let's see what it is. There we go, smoke over the horizon detected. Very good. Let's go a little closer here, see what it is. We're having quite a hard time catching up with it, which means it's going quite fast. Let's hope it's not gonna be a destroyer or something. Let's see, scanning the horizon. Let's see what this thing is. Zoom in 6 times. Ah, beautiful. That is a freighter. Oh my god, no. That is a tanker. Beautiful. Well, as far as I know, these things are not armed, so this is going to be a deck gun job. Very fat first prize for you guys to watch. So I'm going to close the distance and man the 88. Okay, Wolf, you can go into the deck gun. You're gonna have 2 crew with you. Unfortunately, in this game, it is very, very difficult to hit something from far, so we're gonna try to get even closer before we start using the deck gun itself. There we are, let's train it onto it. There's no need for us to waste any ammo. So just to let you guys know, I have just confirmed, well, I have confirmed, as you can see in the top left corner there, that this is in fact an English vessel. We just need to watch out for airplanes, and I'm not expecting any airplanes to attack us this far out, so it should be like shooting fish in a barrel. There we go again. Rolling with the waves. First shot in. Trying to get him along the waterline. Just gonna try to spread it out along the hull a little bit. It's quite choppy. Waiting for the ship to roll and fire. Let's get some in the front as well. Then we can consider slowing down. There we go. Nice. One of the mods I installed is the one with a historical ammo capacity. So it's something like 200 something-ish that you can have for the deck gun. And I do like to use my deck gun, especially here in the early war. Excuse me, making me sound like I know what's happening in the late war. I don't. I'm actually relatively novice in this game. But I do enjoy some of my favorite YouTubers playing it. Wolfpack, Taff and Exile. They both like to play this game. And I enjoy watching it. Just trying to roll with the waves here. Is it slowing down already? Yeah, it seems to develop a little bit of a list. Right, let's go. Let's go to Kleine Vaart, which means slow. How's that looking? Yeah, it is. Definitely listing. Definitely listing already. I don't want to waste too much ammo. But this is a massive ass tanker, so it's probably gonna need some more. Let's go back to first person view. I'm using an AP ammo, by the way, armor piercing, as you can see in the bottom right. Seems like my change of speed was too large. I'm not expecting this thing to last much longer though. Although, I have to say, I did install the realistic sinking physics mod. Let's go back to Halbe Vaart. So maybe, who knows? with this mod, maybe it takes just a whole lot longer for them to sink. Just keep popping rounds into them, but that list is looking pretty bad though. Okay, let's come alongside her, see if we can maybe take some survivors on board. Langsame Fahrt. Coming alongside. You would expect a tanker to leak tons of oil as they're going down. Anyway, I'm gonna skip this part for you, and I'll see you when something interesting happens. There they go, first lifeboats are being put out. It's quite a magnificent view from this close. Let's check the lifeboats, see if there's anyone important on them. There they go. Jean-Pierre Vickers and Rupert Walls, engineer. Captain confirmed, take them on board. Rest of them will be sailors, and I have disabled food management because I don't want to micromanage food in this game. I want to be U-boat captain, not a kitchen simulator. So we're gonna leave the rest of them alone. I'm going to leave this view here, and you, Schuster, we're going to put you onto the radio again so you can send in the reports. There he is, nice and quick. And then as soon as she's sunk, we will report the sinking. And we will continue patrolling in our sector, doing regular hydrophone checks.
Wir sitzen hier wie auf dem Präsentierteller.
Holy shit, she started exploding. I was just putting in some more rounds and she just started going off. Oh my god. Well, that's gonna speed things up. Okay, so let's get out of here before we receive any damage. Definitely taking a lot longer to sink with this realistic sinking mod anyway. And there we go, she has been sunk. We're gonna send in the report. And we're going to continue our patrol. You guys on the deck gun, you can go catch a bit of rest. As you guys might know, when you're out here on the North Sea, accidental encounters are very, very rare, so the way to find enemy ships is by using the hydrophone. Godspeed guys, good luck. Let's go back to the map. We're just gonna head... Yeah, let's head towards these ports here, just make a little diagonal. I'm gonna do the occasional hydrophone check. Important message received. Hostilities with France. France has been at war with us since 1700 hours, so we're now almost 1800 hours on the 3rd of September 1939. Defensive actions against French warships and freighters are permitted. Submarines are not allowed to board or attack French-flagged vessels. Self-defense is allowed. I point out that all United Kingdom ships are also to be considered hostile. Admiral Reda. Good. Good to know. There we go. Night is setting. It's now 9 PM. We have just discovered another hydrophone signature for a lone ship, so we're going to move to intercept. Oh my god, no, you have to be kidding me. Another all class. Which means... This means another tanker. No way, second tanker here? Well, beautiful sunset for us, not for them. Well, gonna do the same thing. These things are unarmed, they're unescorted. So, Wolf, you can move on to the deck gun and we're gonna get closer and do what we do. Let's try not to collide with it, so we're gonna go to Langsame Fahrt and we're just gonna start popping stuff into there. Well, we just put 20 HE rounds in there, that didn't do anything. Switching to AP. Definitely need a lot of deck ammo. Fire on deck. Boom, there we go. Nice. Oh, more explosions. Oh yeah, that one is done for. Okay, let's try not to collide with it. Same thing as before. Let's see if we can find the captain and the engineer. No, not here. Wow, 5 lifeboats. Maybe it's on the last one. Yep, they're on the last one. There you go. Captain, engineer, confirm. We've taken them on board. We have 4 people on board now. And as soon as it sinks, we're gonna send in the report and we're gonna keep patrolling. Maybe you get lucky again. This is like very fortunate, very fortunate. 2 tankers, undefended. Gonna send our radio man Schuster to sleep. Put him to bed. You can also come off the deck gun now. I'm gonna use some time compression. There we go. We are now early in the morning of September 4th. Once again, we have distinguished a singular propeller, so we're now calculating an intercept course and we're going to try to pursue. So as you can see, we are quite deep down, listening up on the hydrophone. And in case you don't know what a hydrophone is, like I'm assuming that anybody watching this is basically naval history enthusiast to say the least, but in case you are not, it's basically a bunch of microphones on the outside of this boat here, so sound moves for very, very long distances underwater. And then you can hear, there we go, we're about to breach. And then you can hear engines over very, very long distances. It's so cool. We are back. Compressors are on, compressed air is being refilled, and we're going to try to intercept this thing. I might try to go for a torpedo attack because I have been really, really rubbish at these torpedo attacks because I'm doing them all manual. So that is what I'm going to try to do now. So we're gonna go down to periscope depth. Well, not yet. Gonna go down to decks awash. We're gonna keep closing. And then as we get closer, I'm gonna go to periscope depth. It's time to wake up the captain. Gonna put him on the attack periscope. And we're gonna give him 1 sailor to assist him. Okay, there we are. Actually, this is looking quite okay. We're gonna go down to periscope depth. And actually, you guys can stop the engines. Let's make some markers here. Actually, protractor. Gonna move the protractor along the sting. This is the approximate course. Alright, just leave it at that. And then for us, yeah, I would like you to try to move closer. Let's try to be a little bit more perpendicular. 1.7 kilometers, we want to be closer. Let's go to Halbefahrt. A little bit of time compression here. Actually going quite fast. I'm expecting this to be a lone merchant again, or lone tanker. Let's try to shoot from about 1 kilometer, or maybe within 1 kilometer. Stop the engines. Takes a while for them to stop. Okay, let's wait for that thing to come closer. Dronning Mout. Hold on a sec. Who says this is English? It is not. It is having the Norwegian flag, so we need to... There's gonna be no torpedo attack at the moment. So yeah, langzame Fahrt. You can continue approaching. We're going to have to surface the boat. Tanks anblasen. Yeah. Come up to the surface. We're going to intercept those guys and we're going to search the boat actually. There we come. Just imagine. Just imagine being on one of those ships and then just seeing a U-boat surface near you. That must have been so scary. So yeah, in case you guys want to see, we have now spent some of our compressed air reserves. So we have 2 options. We can use electric compressor or diesel compressor. I'm just gonna turn on the diesel compressor. It's quite noisy, but it doesn't matter now. and we're going to try to intercept these
Kurs auf
guys.
diese Koordinaten setzen.
Let's click to interact. Okay, this freighter is unarmed, seems not to be escorted, and flies a neutral flag. The price rules allow us to sink such ships only if we are certain that they are headed towards the enemy port. If we lack such certainty, ideally we should investigate what is carrying and verify its destination, blah blah blah. If we, however, reason to feel that the ship is headed to an enemy port, we may communicate right away and intend to sink it and proceed with the attack. Well, we're just gonna send a delegation consisting of myself. Do we have any weapons? No, we don't. Let's see, do we have any language skills here? No. Well, we're gonna bring Hans Weber. I'm gonna bring my favorite sister. And we're gonna give him a bunch of crew in case we need to search. Continue. Delegation is being sent. Yeah, these weight screens, I mean, I could do without them.
What do you need, officer?
Captain of the freighter helps your crew get onto the deck and greet each member with a willkommen. He then introduces himself as Bernard Harrison. He speaks English and knows only basics of German speech. Turns out to be quite problematic. Oh, we don't have any English speakers, eh? Okay. Basic conversation, pleasantries, accept. Let's go to his office. He then looks around the desk and finds some papers that seem to be the shipping documents. He asks if you would like to take a look. Yes, I would like to take a look. Okay, let's see. Okay, you can't decipher much from these documents though, since they are written in English. Oh, come on, I'm a Captain Lieutenant of a U-boat. I should be able to speak some English. You can only manage to spot some references about the port of Bergen, so it's probably where you are being headed at. If your interpretation is correct, this ship is not involved in the war effort, and sinking it could lead to diplomatic incident of some degree. Okay. So we can't put any pressure, we can barely communicate. Search the cargo hold. Okay, we're gonna add time compression here. So let's hope nothing is going to show up on the surface as this is happening. Once again, waiting screen. And actually, I wouldn't know if I could like interrupt it or something could happen in between. Very unfortunate that we don't have any language experts on board yet. There we go. Well, almost. Come on, come on. Okay, an officer from our group looked around the freighter accompanied by a talkative sailor who speaks some German. He shares his view on the war and told us about an uncle that married a woman from Hamburg. Regarding the search, nothing suspicious was found. I haven't found anything unusual. Okay, let's have a look at the goods. Medical supplies heading to Bergen. Yeah, it's fine. Let's go to his office. We're going to return to our own ship. This is not going to be an attack for us at this time. So yeah, they all seem to be heading on this axis here, which is fine. So we're just gonna head that way, do regular hydrophone checks, and I'll keep you guys posted.
42 Schiffsschrauben, Herr Kaloy. Wechseln auf E-Motor.
There we go, mid-afternoon. Another contact identified. We're going to try to intercept. Single contact once again. Okay, there we go. We have seen a ship. We're gonna go to periscope depth once again. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna use a protractor here. Yeah, it's roughly going this way. So we're gonna set an intercept course for
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
here-ish.
Wechseln auf E-Motor.
Add some time compression. We're gonna change that course to, yeah, here.
Legen Sie den Kurs an.
I really need to practice my torpedo shots, because I'm ever so awful at them. So this one is going to be a hostile at least. Okay, let's stop our engines. Let's have a little look. Oh yes, 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 yes. Yep, that is 100% British, and it is a merchant. Cool then. Well, let's let it get a little bit closer, and then this is gonna be torpedo practice for us. Using a bit of time compression. Right, there we go. First person view. Put this full screen like this. We're gonna go... Oh. Let's raise the periscope. It's annoying that sometimes it's tilted. Okay, we're gonna lock on to the target. Identify. This is most certainly civilian. It is not a fishing boat. It is not Canadian. It is United Kingdom. Hold on a second. How does this work here? How do I flip through the pages? Oh no, here, freighter. Yeah. Yeah, this is an Empire Bell. Recognize, good. Let's try to get a velocity. So, okay, let's move to the front of the bow. And start. Sorry, once again. Why am I so nervous? Once again, start. I'm always getting these torpedo solutions wrong. Keeping ready for it. Stop. Set. Okay, so this is going at 7 knots. Okay, so for the course we need to set angle on bow. Right bow, let's say... What would I say? Lower the scope a little bit so we don't get spotted that easily. Yeah, I would say that's about... It's about 75 degrees-ish. There we go. I don't know if it matters where my scope is there. I don't think so. Yeah, 75 degrees. Maybe it's a little bit steeper. More like 70-ish. Okay, we're gonna set that distance. This is always tough. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, set 1.6 kilometers. Let's go to our torpedoes.
Rohr 1, bewässern!
One should suffice.
Rohr 1, bewässert!
Bewässert. Feuer.
Los!
Let's have a look here. I'm always and forever getting these wrong. Let's go to map view. Doesn't look too bad, does it?
Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg zum Ziel.
Actually looks
40
pretty good.
Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag.
Looks really good. Let's go to target view.
30 Sekunden.
There it comes. Boom! Huh! Perfect!
Feuer an Deck. Schwere Schäden am Rumpf.
Oh, very good. Well, let's approach it then. See if maybe we can get some of the survivors. I have to say, if you're used to playing War on the Sea,
Bestätigt.
and those torpedo explosions in the War on the Sea, then these are like quite underwhelming. I mean, they look very plasticky and Barbie. I much prefer the War on the Sea torpedo explosions. Can already send out this radio message here. They're setting out the lifeboats. Let's clean up the map. Here's the other points. There we go. Ships are definitely taking a lot longer to sink now. Okay, we can actually stop our boat for moments. Give it a bit of time compression. Oh, and as while we're at it, maybe this is why we can't interact. Let's surface the ship. And as we are surfacing, then we're going to switch on both the electric and diesel compressors, because I am not too worried about anything. There we go, 3 interactions. Let's have a look at the lifeboats. And there we go, captain and engineer, confirm. So now we have 6 of those on board. Actually already gonna start moving out of the area a little bit. Kleine Fahrt. And as you can see, we're only halfway our patrol. And we're already this successful. I mean, this is going quite well. I'm absolutely supporting this. I think maybe this would be a good time to cut here. So I won't be able to get a whole patrol into one episode. But if this is your first time watching U-Boat, you got a bit of an impression. So yeah, we did a manual torpedo attack. We did some surface action. Showed you guys how we move around on the tactical map, where I use hydrophone checks. I mean, basically you haven't seen much yet. We haven't had any hostile action, we haven't been hunted. But if you like what you see so far, maybe stick around, give it a like, give it a comment, so I know that you like it, and then I can continue making these and we can continue further into the series. You have to keep in mind here, these are like the very first days in the war. Literally the 4th of September. So as the war goes on, this same crew here will, you know, get more experience, will get more perks, will research new technologies, will upgrade the boats. Our adversaries will smarten up, they will use more clever tactics. It will just evolve, the game will evolve. I heard about one guy, excuse me, who put 600 hours into one crew, and I'm very certain that there are people out there who have put more than 600 hours in one crew. So as far as the series potential goes and character development of these guys down here in this boat, story potential, huge. Sounded like Trump there. Anyway, you know what to do. Let me know what you think. If you want me to make more, I'm gonna need to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next episode.